Hi, this is Abbas Hussain from Behind the Gloves, and I'm here with Scott Quigg. Scott, we've just finished the press conference for your fight with Frampton. First of all, there was something said in there by yourself in regards to a sparring session. Can you elaborate on that?
Just, will you be there tomorrow?
I won't.
Well, you'll find out later in the week.
And in regards to the stuff that he said in regards to your title, it being pushed over to a super champion now, how do you respond back to that? Because he's calling you a manufactured champion and calling himself the truth.
He can say whatever he wants, because on the night I'll be leaving with the WBA and the IBF titles, and he can't really say much after that.
Is too much being read into his last fight? And because he got knocked down twice, but he eventually won comfortably. Is it too much being read into the two knockdowns, but not overseeing what happened after that?
I don't read too much into it, to be honest with you, because I know that'll make him a better fighter, because he'll go back to the drawing board, analyse what he did wrong, and improve. He made mistakes, he got up off the floor, he ended up boxing to winning, but I don't read much into it. He made mistakes. One thing he did say, in boxing you can't take your eye off the game, and he thought it was going to be easy. He went in with a mental attitude, I'm going to be easy, I'm going to blow this kid out, and he nearly come unstuck. So he's going to know that you can't do that, and that last fight will improve him as a fighter.
And in regards to your relationship with the McGuigans, what's that like?
No, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't like him. I don't like Barry McGuigan. I respect him as a fighter, but as a person, as a fighter, I respect him as a fighter. But as a person, I don't really know him, and any dealings I've had with him, it doesn't make any difference to me.
And in regards to what Carl's saying about your fan base versus his, he's saying he's got a bigger fan base. How do you respond back to that? Because you're the man that's fighting
Well,
at home.
he'll have a shock on the night then.
And
if he thinks it's going to be all his fans, then he'll be the one who's got a shock.
No, because what he's saying is that people buy tickets from your side, but only because it's such a big fight, not because
How can anyone? They're coming to watch me. They're coming to support me.
Yeah.
I will be selling every one of my tickets personally. So anyone who buys the tickets, I know. So they'll be there for me. And again, you think that arena could be full of 20,000 Irish? That wouldn't make a difference. It wouldn't make a difference. I'm glad that he's going to have 10,000 Irish in there, because they know the boxing, they're passionate about the boxing, and the atmosphere they create is going to be. I'm going to experience an absolutely unbelievable atmosphere. Whether they're for me or against me, that doesn't make any difference to me. It's just going to be a night that I'm going to enjoy and remember for the rest of my life.
In our press conference, you spoke about flying out to America because you don't have that sort of amateur history, pedigree that Carl Frampton has. You've actually done some sessions with Freddie Roach. How has that helped you?
I don't fly out to America because I didn't have much of an amateur pedigree. I go out to America because I improve by going out there and I'm learning new things. When they go on about him having a long amateur pedigree, that was when amateur boxing was a lot different to professional boxing. It was more point scoring. It was. You look at Frankie Gavin, world amateur champion, who accomplished a lot as an amateur. Fought Kell Brook. Kell Brook didn't achieve go on to win a world amateur title or anything like that. But look where he is. He beat Frankie Gavin, which, don't get me wrong, Frankie Gavin's a very, very good fighter. But I'm just using that as an example because he's gone on to be a world champion in the professional game, but didn't achieve that as an amateur. But it was opera ends of the show. Frankie Gavin, world amateur champion, but didn't beat Kell Brook for a professional world title. So his amateur experience doesn't. I tell you what people forget is, I have been in the ring just as long as he has. I had 70 odd Thai boxing fights, so I only losing one, and then in a rematch I beat him. So I've had the same amount of experience in a ring, it's in a fight game as well.
And in the press conference, you spoke about you finishing it with quite early. Do you still stick by that? What makes you say something for such a big fight?
He said it was Joe that stated that, and I believe that Joe, he's always what he said, and he's come up with the tactics. How he said I was going to finish Martinez early. You know,
Yeah.
he says if he comes out and we do the things that he thinks he's going to, we'll get him early. Anything Joe's ever told me, he's been right. I have no reason to doubt him, but I'm not thinking I'm going to go in there and I'm going to knock him out early. And I'm preparing for an hard 12-round fight, but one that I know that as long as I'm at my best, which I will be, I'll beat him. Because I believe I'm better in every department, and I believe my best beats his best.
And in regards to this fight, say you win this fight, what's the sort of future holding? Are you going to stay at super bantam and maybe fight someone like Rigondo?
Yeah, I make the weight. It's about. This is just one of. This is the biggest fight in the division for me. It's the biggest fight in the division for him.
Yeah.
But I win this, then if people wanted to see it again because it was a great fight, then we do it again. If I go out there and I do what Joe says that's going to happen, then I'd look to go and fight Rigondo because they're the fights. You want to test yourself against the best, and rightly so. He's ranked #1 because of what he's achieved and how good he is. But I do believe that I fight him, I'll find a way to win.
Finally, last question. What do you want to say to the fight fans that want to maybe come to the arena on the 27th of February or even watch it at home?
I just want to say everybody who's there to support me or support him, it's, thank you, and I'm looking forward to receiving a great atmosphere as well as a hostile atmosphere from the Irish fans. But everyone who tunes in, they're in for a treat. We're both. What you've got to give me and credit to me and give credit to him is we're both coming into our prime. We're both unbeaten, and we're both taking this fight, and we're all both putting it on the line, and that's for the fans because they deserve it.
Thank you very much, Scott, for talking to Behind the Gloves.
Fans, if you guys haven't already done so, make sure you download the Behind the Gloves app. It's free, and it features really cool stuff like a fight calendar that reminds you of all the upcoming fights, and it allows for you to, with one click, to remind yourself directly to your phone. And it also features 24/7 breaking news that's going on in boxing. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that and subscribe to this channel.